means just like any other day, it is a great day for painting. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna be doing some painting, just setting up my canvas here, but not this painting. We're gonna work on a new painting, another painting based on a reference. I know that's on everybody's mind. Is he just using another reference? Is he copying again? And yes, I am copying again. I am a copyist. I'm not forging. I'm not creating forgeries because I'm not selling them as originals. I'm just copying. So that's what we're going to be doing. Who is this? That's not me. That is not a portrait of me. But we're going to get started painting here in just a few moments. Got to get my supplies set up. So hope everybody's having a great day or a great weekend. It's Sunday, which means we got to get back to stuff by tomorrow. All right, so let's see. We're going to go into this YouTube video, view channel. Let's go into this wonderful stream, clipboard. Bam, there's our pinned message of the day. Ba-dum bum ba bum 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 bum. Ba-dum bum ba bum 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 bum. Ba-dum bum ba bum 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 bum. What song am I singing? I don't know. What's on his throat? Yeah. I don't know. There's nothing on. What do you mean it's on? Which one?
Oh, it's a shadow. Never mind. It's his paw and a shadow. I know his paw was something.
All right, let's see. Let's get our references, aka the images that we're gonna copy here. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Here's our image that we're gonna copy. Let's just fixate everything on this one image. We'll get our hands nice and covered with some gloves. That's the sound a glove makes. Glove can make sounds. That's the sound it would make. Huh?
It snaps the glove. You know how they give it on the medical shirts?
Yeah. That never happens because they would rip the glove. Unless they were pulling it off. I think if they were pulling it off, it could work, but. All right, we got our supplies. We're almost, everything is almost open. Once I get everything open, we can get started here. We're not painting this, by the way. This painting that's behind me, that's not what we're painting. We're painting something different, something else. Here we go. We're gonna move this. Let's put this somewhere where it won't disturb anything. Where it won't catch onto anything that we want. Let's see, we're gonna drop this right. Oh, wait, we can put this below. We're gonna put this below our other paintings here. Let's put this. Not a good spot. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. This is a fairly large canvas that we're going to be working with. 30 by 40 is the exact size. So I need to get this set up. Let's drop this down a bit. Just so we get it nice and situated with this thing here. This painting's almost bigger than I am. And there we have it. Let's drop this down. And there we go. Let's raise it up just a little bit. And I have some colors that I want to use to prepare this canvas. Let's see. Let's get this brush. Let's get this brush operative. Oh, actually, I mean, needed some new brushes soon, but start with these. Let's see. This brush has gotten a little bit hard. What I want to do is I want to get a nice spreader brush. Spread all the beginnings of the paint. I'm experimenting with a different idea right now. I want to create a nice toned canvas. I want to get this canvas nice and toned first. And then what I want to do is I want to where's my brush? Where's my big chunky brush? This is not my big brush. I had another big brush. Did anybody see where it went? Has anybody seen my big brush? Ah, here we go. Found it. I'll probably use this one too. This could work. Try this one. Got a bunch of big brushes right here. Let me get this camera set up though. So we're gonna use a ton of Gamblin solvent-free gel. And you know what, we're gonna use lots of mineral spirit. How should I do this? I've done this in the past, and covering this large canvas can be very challenging. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it. I'm still getting used to covering larger and larger canvases. I haven't fully gotten my technique down yet. Got this big brush right here. Maybe I could start with a smaller brush and go bigger and work my way up. Let's go with this nice tone color here. We're just gonna grab our colors straight from here, and we're gonna go dip it in our mineral. Dip it in our mineral spirit there. I really just want to tone the canvas. Usually I do way too much, like too much paint, when all I want to do is just tone it, which gives it a nice little color base from which to start, which is what I'm doing right now, right? Like usually what I do is I put too much paint. I'm explaining like some of the lessons that I've learned, over time. Yo, Dave. Dave is in the room with Kate. It is the dynamic Quadro. How many people do we have as part of this, this best friend group? Because we're the three best friends that anyone could have. What movie is that? Who's old enough to know that movie? If you don't know that movie, you're too young to be in here. If you don't know that movie, you cannot figure out the quote. You are way too young to be in here. Something tells me Dave does not know where that's from. Oh, have I been interfering with Omizu's time slot? He's never voiced such things, Dave.
So cool.
Dave, are you like... I love how Dave is like totally the mediator of channels. He's like a manager right now. Dave the manager. The stream management. The only thing, Dave, the only thing separating you from becoming a manager of anybody's channel is the ability to sell anything. You're great at like pushing things through, you know, to bug and bug until something gives in. But if you just had some sales ability, you know, if you could sell memberships on my channel, or if you could sell paintings for Omizu, you would be totally one of the best channel managers on the planet in existence. You'd be better than the channel manager because you're selling artwork. And as with pretty much everything I do, I gotta do things a little bit different. So I'm gonna dip this into some nice mineral spirits again. We're gonna go just through this, bring it across. Like, Dave knows how to build engines. I think you mentioned that the other day, Dave. You said that your dad taught you how to rebuild an entire engine. Like, Dave, if Dave had like good salesmanship, he would be a multi-millionaire. Because think about it. You could probably charge at least $1,000 to rebuild an engine. And how much would that... $1,000... So if you rebuild 1,000 engines, you could make $1 million, just by, you know, minus labor and parts. If $1,000 was just for your time, it would be $1 million engine builder. I think you could easily charge $1,000 to rebuild an engine, so long as you're able to, you know, get the parts right. If you get the parts right, a good deal on parts and everything, I think anybody could charge $1,000. So anyway, Dave, our trio consists of us. All right, Dave has officially attempted to keep me out of the inner circle here, so fine. Inner circle of Dave and Omizu and Kate. Oh, so much of this paint's coming off on my hands here. Let me grab this. This is definitely probably not the best brush for all this, but we're gonna keep going with it. Let's throw down some... What color are we going to throw down? We're going to throw down some more of our burnt sienna. Where's my burnt sienna? Is this my burnt sienna? That does not look like sienna. What color is this? What is this color that we have here? I am so curious to know. What color does everybody think this is? You got 10 seconds to guess. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It looks like this is black. Or an ultramarine blue. I don't know for sure yet. That's the one thing. So, one thing about these Georgian oil paints, I love the texture of Daler-Rowney Georgian oil paints. I really do. I really love the texture of these oil paints. But they're just they lose their labels. That's really annoying for an artist. Or for a painter. For a painter. A painter. If you are a painter, you'd be very annoyed at losing the labels on your canvas. Which reminds me, I need to get some more burnt sienna. Who wants to send me some burnt sienna? Omizu? Who wants to send some burnt sienna? I guess I just have to substitute my yellow ochre from here. Or let me use some small tubes. Let's go small tube yellow ochre. That's ultramarine blue. I'm gonna pull our ultramarine blue out of there. Cadmium, deep red. Where's my browns? How did all these colors get mixed up? What have I done? All right, where's my tubes? Omizu, is it true I've been kicked out of the inner circle family here? Everybody has voted me off the island? Fine. So many mods here. So many moderators. So many moderators. I guess the moderators would obviously spend the most time sharing messages. How can I make... No, I'm not kicked out of my own channel. You missed our conversation with Dave. Dave goes, Dave says that I've been kicked out of the trio of the inner circle of Omizu, Kate, and Dave. I really gotta get a much bigger brush to do this. Bigger brush. Bigger brush. Oh, too much mineral spirit. They say mineral spirits are supposed to be odorless, but I definitely have not had that experience that mineral spirits are odorless. At least not when mixed with oil paint. Also, you know, sometimes oil paint smells pretty bad too. Like, I think it's the type of oil that they use and how long it's been stored. Or sometimes, you know what? Another thing is that they probably do is they probably use fillers. So it's probably the fillers that smell. Let's go ahead and flip this baby around, shall we? Own he channel. Huzlas. Oh yeah, so anyway, I was gonna say, what can we do to, because it seems like the moderators are dominating the room, and then it feels like, you know, it can be intimidating for somebody visiting this live stream for the first time to see that basically, you know, it's only, hey, look at the moderators in here. It's just a moderator room. What could be done to make it seem as if the moderators is actually an exclusive position? What could we do to make Omizu and Kate feel more special, as if they aren't special enough? They are enough. Omizu and Kate are totally enough, but what could be done to make their specialness even greater? How can we make their life even better in terms of specialness? Almost done here. This part could take a little too long, especially if you don't have the right brushes. Doesn't Kate want to be a huzla? A huzla. Oh yeah, the huzlas. Dude, that's hilarious. That's great. That is an awesome... I see where you're going with that, Omizu. The huzlas. At first, I thought it was like huzlas. Like huzla. But no, you mean huzlas, like hustlers. The hustlers. The doers. Let's get an army of huzlas. Dave was, can I draw Deku? I can draw Deku, but I'm not going to draw Deku right now. I really appreciate you making a request, though. Michael Wilbur's a moderator? When did Michael Wilbur... I don't even remember making Michael Wilbur a moderator, but that's awesome. See, everybody's a moderator in my room, except if you're not, then you're just not... You're not in the circle. You're not in the circle of excellence. You're not in the inner circle. Just kidding. You don't have to be a moderator to be in an inner circle. You could be whoever you like. This is the inner circle right now. Thanks, Deku. We will definitely. I like. It's funny if you want to live stream and you want to get a very popular live stream. All you need to do is like paint anime characters and pop culture fiction characters. Really, that's all you need to do. But I refuse to do that. I thought about it. I was like, oh, maybe I should just, do a study of Deadpool or Wolverine or something. But there's so many, so many repaintings of Deadpool and Wolverine. It's like, why do you want me to do it? That's the question. It's like, why are you requesting it from me? Just out of curiosity. I'm not like trying to challenge you. I'm not questioning your I'm just curious about your motive. Not so much, what motivates you to request it from me out of all the other live streamers that have ever been available to you. What made you want to come to me? Plus, like, there's if you look up drawings of Deku from My Hero Academia, is where I'm guessing it's from, which is a great anime, by the way. I would recommend it. But if you look up drawings of Deku, you could find 100 million. There's probably 100 million hits and searches of drawings of Deku. Given that some of them are repeats, some of them are not that good, but they're there. So I'm just so curious why anime is such a popular request, because there's so much that's being done with anime. So much. You don't need to request it. You just need to ask Google, and Google will give you exactly what you want. I mean, AI, right? I'm not. If you were to commission me, I would do it right now. But I'm not anti-AI. But you could easily just pop in a request to Deku for Deku in AI. And although I love that I have requests, I prefer, if it was a commission, I would do it. But just out of curiosity, you have all these options. You could ask for anything painted in the entire world. Yet, the most common request, and this isn't just you, this is just me sharing about it. The most common request is either an anime character or a Marvel DC character, comic book character. No one ever requests a pink dragon with a Santa Claus hat, or no one ever requests I need a magician wizard painted with wearing a red robe. Wizard magician. I'm just doing extra work now. Michael Wibber's been giving great advice. Michael Wibber always gives good advice. You literally made a whole canvas of Deku? Good job, dude. Yeah, all right. Cody Ramsey. What's going on, Cody? Okay. That's enough of that. I'll never do that again. Never do an annoying sound out of my mouth again. You made a painting of Deku. That's fantastic, dude. Or dudette. Well, Deku wife, so you'd be a woman. So, ma'am, amazing job doing Deku with the ham-fisted. What's ham-fisted? What was my technique? Was I going like this or like this? I don't even know how I was doing it. What's up, Dondrell Lee? I am doing another copy, Dondrell. I am doing a copy of The Bohemian by... Well, actually, I'll just let y'all look it up. The Bohemian is the name of the painting. I'm doing a copy of it. Actually, I did not make an original painting last night. Dondrell is so upset. What's up, Dexter? Dexter Rubis. Dexter Rubis is new here. Dexter, what can we do for you to make your stay pleasant? Would you like a water? You should go get yourself a water and pretend like we gave you water. Are you looking for inspiration, or are you just looking for entertainment? No more copying Berna's books. I got to. I just have to. It's just like hang out and chill. All right. That's great. Well, hopefully I don't think this is a very chill live stream with all the other conversations, but hopefully you can find your peace in some way. But here's the funny thing is when I do the abstract stuff, nobody likes it. Nobody's like, wow, cool, great abstract stuff. I love it. No one ever says that. So, at some level, I got to sell out a little bit and give people what they want. My Bouguereau paintings, people love. I mean, I actually get comments. So unless I can get more love for the abstract stuff to outweigh the love that I get for the studies and the other things, I don't know. I mean, it's I got to sell out a little bit and do what the people want. People won't say that, but people know they love it. Just trust the process. Thank you. Am I painting for myself or for others? I paint for myself and others. I paint for myself and others. I paint for myself, but the paintings are for others. I paint because I love to paint, but the paintings that actually come out of it are for others. But I guess that's not what an artist would do, right? All right, well, let's get started. We're going to use a nice rough brush here. I couldn't use this. Do I know cat's eye? No, I do not. What is cat's eye? Please feel free to explain. Pfeiffer. What is going on, people? Why are people asking me to say these weird things? All right, so this is the last of my Daler-Rowney Georgian oil paint. I like this brand, Daler-Rowney Georgian. It's a great brand. I love it. They make great paint. Just their tubes lose the stickers, which is really obnoxious. It really is. It's like the most obnoxious thing other than somebody yelling in your ear on an airplane, which I totally made up. It hasn't happened to me yet, but well, I guess having kids play video games while on a plane right behind you, that's probably more annoying, but like, can parents just not afford headphones anymore, or is it just like, I've seen adults who don't wear headphones when they're like doing something. What is it? What is it about that? In like private places. That makes very good music. Oh, Cat's Eye. They're a new like K-pop band, right? Cat's Eye is a new K-pop band. So Dexter Rubis says he paints just for himself. I definitely paint for others as well, including myself. All right, I'm gonna start painting. Give me a moment here as I get settled in. We're transitioning from something totally mindless and just like filling in the white space to something of excellence. We're using rusty water that I bought this stuff. Okay, so let's see here. How do we do this? I want to start to mark out a sketch here. So we're going to start marking out You know what? Before I get started, I don't want to jump right into it. I want to start getting some dimensions. So let's see, halfway. Let's mark our halfway point. What are we going to use for our halfway point? We're going to try to find something that's right in the middle of this painting. What is the most central thing? The face comes right down the center. Where's the center? Right down here. We're going to go. This is usually the hardest part. So I'm going to say right in the center, dead center. What is dead in the center here? Whatever is dead in the center is right here. Is that right? Dead center is right there. I'm just using this just to mark the center here. I'm going to use really light paint here. That's going to come dead center. And then let's see, we get that in halves. 1, 2. The head is going to be 1, 1, 2. So whatever this length is needs to be double the head. Right? Let's see. The head is 1. And then 2. Wow, whatever this is needs to be double the head. So we're going to go. It's the head. And then 1. Is that right? Wow, this is a big head. I tend to make some big heads. So let's see. 1. And then 2. So whatever this is needs to be the full size of the head. So the head needs to end like right there. Let's see. Right there. 1, 3, 1, 3. If you want to make a request for something, I have to say, you got to send a gift. You got to send a gift or a super chat. Because look, that word is a highly, highly copyrighted word. I can't give shout outs like that to such a brand. Really? You want me to do it? You want me to do that? Where's the head to the chin? Head to the chin. You gotta send gifts. Send gifts. Make requests. All right. Whatever this size is, right there. And let's see, in this relation to the size of the head here, that's about 1/3, 1/4. So this is the chin. This is the hair here. This is the chin. And then 1/4 of this, whatever that is, half, quarter, should be about the size of the neck here. We got a lot of crickets. Got lots of crickets. Michael Wilbur's gonna play some chess. Every day is a good day. I'll say anything Michael wants, pretty much. Just kidding. If Deku, you know what? If you're still here in like 20 minutes, I will say whatever. I will say any 3 words you ask of me that are appropriate. That are appropriate for society and that does not hurt or offend. You know, it can mildly offend, but it doesn't just, you know, not a card against humanity. All right, I won't speak a card against humanity, but I will, you know, whatever you request. If you're here still in the next 30 minutes or 20 minutes, so when this stream reaches 1 hour, if you're here, I will say any 3 words you want. If you're here. If you're not, then you know what? That's on you, and I have no sympathy for that. So let's see, we're going straight up from the dead center here. All right, Alexa, set timer for 17 minutes. All right, so if you're here in 17 minutes, we can do some magic. We can make a deal. All right? It is a deal. I will say any 3 words that you request of me, so long as it is not, you know, Cards of Humanity worthy. Like if you were to make the game Cards of Humanity. Do you know what Cards of Humanity is? Have you ever heard of that game? That card game? Let's see. The width of the head. Across the eyes is 1. So the head should be about 1/3. A little under 1/3 here. Let's see. 1. So since this is wider, it's okay. I can go about 1/3 here. And let me see the size of the head. Actually, you know, from the chin to is about, you know, from the chin to the top of the hair should be about the same length. So chin to the top of the hair, right there. You know what? Let me lower this a little. I'm working on face. I don't need to keep raising this and lowering this. We're gonna go like this, like that. You know what? This could probably go a little higher. And whatever the chin to the head is, we're gonna turn sideways. So the edges should come right about here. that coming straight down the middle? It's gonna come straight up the side here. Little heart-shaped face. Let's see, we're gonna come across. Is that where? No, it's gotta come like right here. Oh my gosh, this painting is absolutely brilliant. This painting that this study's based on. Be nice to Kate. All right, let's see. So we got this. We got this thing right here. Whatever this is gonna go past the face here. Just past the face. Whatever this is just gonna go past the face actually. You know what? What was this? This is coming up like that. It's gonna go past the face. How far past the face? Just barely. You know what? It's gonna come down right past the face. We're gonna come down like this. Something's already up with this painting here. I'm gonna start this like right around here. Just above the neck thing right there. It's almost gonna seem like a straight line. And then whatever that is. Out. Let's get this side. right around here. Let's see. Let's use the width of the head to figure this out. The width of the head is going to be like that. So how far out should that be? Let's do the width of the head right here. We're just going to measure proportions as we go. So just past. Just past. So this is going to be head, just past, all the way down to the bottom, and then just past over there. The size of the head is, we're going to bring this down. I'm missing up the proportion to teach us a lesson. Has it been 15 minutes? No, you still got another 8 minutes. So in 8 minutes, I will say any 3 words that Deku Wife 3104 wants that are appropriate and not a card against humanity level word, right? We're not trying to hurt humanity. We're just trying to make it better with art. So no need to get all cards against humanity here. All right? Almost any 3 words. And just know, like, I usually don't ban anybody. So, just know that the moderators might get upset. And Kate is very, very ban happy. So just know that Kate could flip on a whim. Kate could just flip and suddenly be like, no, that's not happening. No, you're not saying that. You can't say that word. Those 3 words. Who do you think you are? Let me see, this area from the head to the very center here. Top of the head to the very center. So whatever this length is basically what this length should be. Whatever this length. Let me see how I do this. There's actually like a technical way to do this kind of stuff. Let's see, we're just gonna eye this. So a little bit further than my brush, right? So a little bit further than my brush, let's say right here. So 1 brush plus the tip. So 1 brush plus the tip. Just marking that spot right there. That's where one of the feet are going to go. This is where the feet is going to go. Let's bring this up. I'm going to bring this up right now so I can start working from this angle. So this foot's gonna come right down from the center. You see the center's like that. So this foot's gonna come right down from the center, right about here. And this is where it needs, this is where, oh no. Center's right there, so it needs to end. The foot needs to come down right about here. So we're gonna go like this. It's gonna go past the ear. Well, I'm only gonna say whatever Deku wants me to say. So whatever Deku 3 words, he's gonna be here in about the next 2 minutes. I mean, the pressure's on Deku. Deku. Will Deku say something funny, or will he just come up with 3 random words that no one it's the pressure's on, you know? If you want me to say something, it's gotta be good. Better be good. No pressure, man. No pressure. No pressure. All right, so here we go. We're gonna come down right around the foot here. The dress length isn't too important, so we're just going to let's check how long this is compared to the face right here. Everything must be in proportion to the face. All right, so maybe 1/3 of the head, whatever that space is. So this is a good space right here. Alexa, off. All right, Deku. What's the 3 magic words that we got, huh? What you got for us today? 3 magic words that are going to forever change the history of everything. It is that time. What 3 words does Deku want to be forever etched into the eternity of this channel that is not a card against humanity? You know what's crazy is this proportion's already kind of off. No, this is a little too long already. That's fine though. This shoulder should come down. This should be no longer than the shoulder, so that's why. The shoulder should come straight down, boom, straight down, and it should cut off like right there. That's why. That's what's going wrong. Look at my chat. What? Why did the abstract artists? Because they just couldn't see eye to eye. Is that so? Deku, what's the thing you want me to say, Deku? What is it that you wish for me to speak? What words would you like to hear whispered from my mouth? Let's see. That should be right there, and therefore that should not be lower than. Oh, this should definitely be higher. Whatever that is, this needs to be way higher. Still waiting. Turkey Bakugo art. There we go. Let's all eat and enjoy a wonderful Thanksgiving with lots of turkey and whatever else you can fit into your stomachs. Lots of turkey and stuffing, as well as all right, well, there we have it. There is our special word of the day. We've done it. We have changed the world with these 3 words. You ever think about that? Like the butterfly effect? Did anybody ever see that movie, The Butterfly Effect? This idea that anything could change so quickly. Let me see here. That going across. So slightly lower, that going across. Lower. Oh, this proportion is so jacked up. This is horrible. This is not good right now. Not good, not good. What have I done? What have I done, Emmett? Emmett, what have you done? What is this horror right here? Why did these legs? What has been done here? This is terrible. This is totally horrendous now. We are so off on our proportions and everything. No, I see why. Right here, this is where that should end. That's why. Okay. That was scary. All right. That's scary. Let's get a bigger, better, some more paint on this brush. We're going to come right down here. And then we're going to go down. Where's this coming from? So this is going to come up. No, it needs to go up at an angle. All right, let's start bringing in some of our darker grays here. We're gonna put these into here. Let's go. Let's just do our super gray right here. Start to bring in some shadows all around. Wonderful pumpkin pie. No, it's amazing. You love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know what? We're gonna go like this. I'm gonna bring this foot up right here. You know what? We can actually, let's go around here. And we're gonna go just a little bit darker shadow into this section right here. Scout, what the heck you doing down here, bud? Causing trouble? Mr. Scout, huh? Think this is the time to cause trouble? You're just out here causing trouble, causing a ruckus? Get other side. Why does the turkey cross the road? To get to the other side. All right. See, I'll say things without getting paid for it. Just depends on what it is. I made Deku. Deku's a newer viewer, so I feel like, you know, I had to make it feel more special. You know, I wanted to make it feel more special to you. Thank you for being a part of the game of saying whatever it is that you wanted me to say. I don't even remember, what is it, turkey and then holiday? Turkey, thanks, and holiday or something? I don't remember, but something like that, right? Scout, what you doing down there, bro? What you doing down there, big guy? Mr. Scout. Scout's my cat. I talk to him like he's a very young human being. Like he's a child, an infant of curiosity. Which cats are always curious, right? That's the whole curiosity killed the cat thing, but my cat will never die. He's got 9 lives. My cat's got 9 lives. Right, Scout? You got 9 lives, buddy. And I don't feel like that's jinxing his life because we all know that cat's got 9 lives. And we all know that all of our pets will eventually one day pass, sadly. I've had at least 2 pets that have passed. And it is just such a sad thing, you know? So I think now's a good time to take a moment of silence for all our pets who have gone to the great beyond. I don't know why I decided to get to this somewhat sad subject matter, but we've reached this point, and maybe someone's pet is saying that they love you from the great beyond. I don't know. Whose pets? So I'll give I won't talk for the next minute to give a moment of silence for all our pets who have passed. Starting now.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
All right, and our moment of silence is up. But regardless, very pets. We all love our pets, right? Right? Everybody loves their pets. We all love our pets. I love my cats. Whether they love us back is a whole different question, but we all should love our pets. All right, rest in peace to Deku, wife's dog. Deku, sadly, I cannot give you moderator status right now. Maybe sometime in the future. But I was just in the process of discussing Kate. I just got a new moderator, aka Kate, who's been the biggest fan like 50 days in a row. So, she totally earns her title of being a moderator for sure. Kate earns her title. We're gonna come down into here. Let's bring this down. I'm gonna bring this down so I can work from the face. I love this brush. This brush is the absolute perfect brush for just rough painting. Well, one day, Deku. Your dog's name was Anna. Turkey Baku art. Black cat. You got a black cat? You got a black cat that's 15 years old? I mean, I think most black cat or most cats, if they're outdoors, they definitely live way less. That's why we keep our cats indoors. If you want them to live long, happy lives. I mean, maybe they're not happy. I don't know. I have seen an argument that cats that get stuck indoors, they're just not happy cats because all the excitement is outdoors, right? I've seen the argument. And I could see that if you I live in a city, I live in Los Angeles, so there can definitely be a cat problem out here. But I think if you don't live in a city, like if you live in a neighborhood, you could probably get away with not keeping your cats indoors. But what are we using? Let's talk about some painting. Actually, I've realized that my paintings, my streams change so much, like every few months, because I stop talking about the same things. So I hope that I can stay consistent over time. But what are we working on right now? Right now, I'm working on a grisaille, basically a gray underpainting that we're going to paint over eventually. And that's what we're working on right now. It's going to be a gray. So, or black and white, pretty much. Not gray, or black and gray, I should say. And right now, I'm really just adding in the super dark spaces, where the light don't shine. And that's where I'm filling in our space right now. At which point, where at some point, it will all come together. That's just what we have to trust here. Trust the process. I often say that, and I don't even listen to my own wisdom because a lot of times I'm trying to trust the process, and I'm like, it's not working, and it's not working, and then suddenly, boom, it finally starts to work. And that's, you can't just give up because the process didn't fully kick in at the exact time that you wanted. So you had a cat. Paint a pick up Anna for Deku and Nala for Kate. My goodness, Dave is a man of the people, a voice for the viewers of Huzzah Creative live stream. He is on your side, this man. If it wasn't for Dave, I would never get those ideas. No, maybe one day I would get those ideas, but what do you say, Kat? So let me see. We're gonna go some drippy paint right here, but that's okay. We're gonna come around. Let's see, where did this go? All right, you know what? We need to add some more sketching material into this painting. So I want to use, let's go up here. We're going to add a building. gonna go right here into the keep with the sketch. Let's just keep going with the sketch, and we're gonna build it all out right now. So when you had your dog, she's very playful, nice. She refused to eat, and you're like, God, why is she not eating? Oh man. Well, Deku, thank you. Oh, Kate. Sorry, Kate. You know, rest in peace, dogs. Rest in peace, all these wonderful, wonderful animals that make us happy for years and years and years. And they ask nothing in return except for good pets, a couple good snacks, maybe, attention 24/7. It's a very small price to ask for all the wonderful times that we get with our animals. So thank you to all the great pets out there. May they all rest in wonderful peace. In beautiful peace. Beautiful, beautiful peace. So we're gonna go right here. We're gonna bring this up. Get this nice sketch going up. On the side of the foot here. We're gonna go like that. And you know what I think is also wrong is I think this area is a little bit too not too bad. It's only gonna affect this back area, but that's okay. All right, let's start bringing in some white into this. I think I've got most, oh, you know what? Let's actually we still want to build this up a bit more. I just want to throw in some of the shapes here. Just want to throw in a couple shapes to really, tie this all together. Right there. Got this top of the bridge. Let's going to go around the shoulder right here. So it's going to come around. Just go past the tree here. Let's add some leaves up here. So we're going to add a leaf. And then let's go another leaf here. And let's see right here, we're going to come around. Little leaves on the ground. Just a leaf right there. Another leaf on the ground right there. All right, so let's get this going. I'm gonna bring some shadows into here, but let's start to make our white, a little bit of a white here. So we're gonna make a gray white. I'm gonna use this gray white here, and we're gonna start building up a color here. Something lighter than black and gray, but like, you know, a little bit lighter, just a hint lighter here. This is gonna be a lot of paint. You get a lot of paint here. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good color. All right. So we're gonna come into here. That's a lot of paint. I need to get some of this off. Get some of this off before I get in trouble. Let's actually use this color. We're going to use this color to bring in right here. I'm just building up. Yo, Carly Rogers again. Carly Rogers is back. Deku's an awesome character, man. One of the greatest characters in all of in all of the four animes I've ever watched. Deku's an awesome hero. You know, he starts from this weak, super weak, tragic, sad, struggling young man, and then he becomes this. He leans into his power. I mean, what kind of teenage kid can't relate, or any young man? I mean, of course, women could possibly relate too, but you know that's not what we're talking about here, right? We're talking about Deku, who's a male character. You know, as a male myself, I can only possibly speak to my own experience. So that's why I am not. That's why I'm saying that this is for the for the male experience. I'm sure women have similar uh, experiences in their lives of feeling as if they can't accomplish something, and then eventually as they build up and they start to come into their own power, they become who they were destined to be, right? As Deku. But yes, Carly, we remember. We remember Carly. Let us all remember Carly. Let us all remember. Let us all remember. Let us all remember Carly. There you go. I gave Carly a theme song. Carly gets a theme song. Who else gets a theme song? No one. Carly gets a theme song. Carly gets theme song. Carly gets theme song. Carly the theme song. Can honestly say that no one else. You know, when I first started this live stream, I did try to establish theme songs for everybody, but it's so hard to do because, YouTube's got so many rules, and you don't want to mess up. Let's go. I think I need a bigger brush soon. But I just love this brush so much. I love this brush so much. Do I have any relationship for young women viewers? No, I do not have any relationship advice for young women viewers. In fact, my relationship advice for young women viewers would be go find a woman who has done what you want to do and done what you're looking for, who has what you want. Maybe it's your mother, maybe it's your auntie, maybe it's your sister, maybe it's a random internet celebrity who you think just has the life that you want, and then go ask them. Don't ask me. I should be the last person any young woman comes to ask for advice from. Unless it's like specific to like, I don't know. What would have to be specific for me to actually have any helpful advice for a young young woman? I don't know. I don't think I have any possible advice unless it's like on painting. You know, maybe you want to know about painting or something or exercise. I might be able to give advice on exercise. But again, my whole perspective here is that I am not qualified to give relationship advice to young women. So there you have it. There's your answer, Dave. Always with the challenging questions. Like Dave can't ever just give an easy question like, "Hey man, Emmett, what kind of paint are you using right now?" Although I feel like he has actually asked that question, but for the purpose of what I'm saying, I'm just using Daveness as an example. Just using Dave as an example here. Oh, I forgot about this paint in here. This paint in here needs some work. Alexa, what time is it? 7:39. Alexa wants to tell me a Harry Potter joke, but I don't want to hear it. Who asked me the other day if I liked Harry Potter? I forgot. Somebody asked me if I liked Harry Potter. She must have been listening to our conversation. Alexa was definitely listening in on our conversation the other day about Harry Potter. What, cat? You're not allowed out of the room.
Shut your door then.
No, kidding. No, leave it open, please. Leave it at least somewhat open. What happened? I'm painting. Do I have any advice for ex-boyfriends? Kate deserves someone better. Kat, oh yeah, let's ask Kat for advice for women. Kat, do you have any advice, dating advice for young women?
Don't try too hard.
Don't try too hard. There you go. That's her advice.
Just be yourself and have fun and don't stress.
Just be yourself, have fun, don't stress. That's Kat's advice. All right? Everybody happy? Dave, are you happy? Are you content with that answer? You know what, Dave? It doesn't matter if you're content because that's what Kat's giving you. Maybe, you know, when Kat streams again, if she cooks another night, then you can ask her all sorts of questions, right? Kat will stream again. You just got to request it. If enough people request Kat to finally stream again, she'll do it. See, she just said, yeah, I will. She literally just said that. She will. So, you know, make her requests. Honestly, I've tried to help her build her own channel before. She had a channel, but she just doesn't, you know, keep up with it the same level of intensity as me. So, but do I have advice for ex-boyfriends? Do I have any advice for ex-boyfriends? I don't have any advice for ex-boyfriends. Like that's a really weird question. Like, how do I answer that? What kind of advice do I have for ex-boyfriends? Like, I don't know. Sometimes it's a good move, sometimes it's not. That's my advice. Don't stress. Same thing as Kat. Don't stress. Don't stress, guys. Don't stress. It's okay. Depends on the situation, right? Got to get specific here. If you ain't gonna get specific, I can't help you. Anybody have a specific question and not like a get a cat. That's my advice. Get a cat, people. Get yourself a cat. You will never regret getting a cat. Actually, I take that back. You can regret getting a cat, you know, just like you could regret getting any pets. I think that's possible because, you know, we see so many pets at shelters, sadly. But, actually, no, I don't think yeah, well, I don't know. I don't want to say too much here. But I think if you adopt a kitten from a shelter and you're prepared to take care of them for their life, you will find happiness. Prepare for happiness. Oh yeah, there's my advice for maybe ex-boyfriends or ex-anybody. Just go adopt a cat. Not because you're trying to fill a void in a relationship, because that means that once you fill that void again with another human being, you might just throw that animal into another shelter, which is no bueno, right? We don't want that. But if you can find happiness from a pet, do it. Adopt pets, adopt animals. That's my advice. Is that helpful? I don't know. I'm just saying stuff because I'm trying to paint at the same time, okay? Give me a break. Give me a break here. But I don't have an excuse though. I don't really like if you're streaming, I feel like that's like a minimal skill that you have to build is to be able to talk and interact and communicate at the same exact time. Unless your stream is solely like a teaching only stream, but I have chosen to develop this stream as a community rather than a teaching stream because I don't want to teach. Honestly, I don't really have the desire to teach the way some people do. I don't want to see anybody surpass me. No, I'm just kidding. I would love to see every person that visits this live stream to become a very talented and successful and wealthy person so that you can buy my paintings. Is that enough jokery? Have I shared enough tomfoolery? Have I given enough? All right, we're gonna go like this. Kat, are you watching the movie? What are you doing? Watching the movie without me? Huh? You got cat. Get plants. Cats. Deku is British. Deku, are you British? Deku, can you teach me to speak with the British accent? Would a Brit say accent or would they say accent? Would a Brit say accent or accent? He spoke with a British accent. I feel like I've never heard a British person say accent. Like, I feel like that's just plain wrong. Accent. That's like so awkward. How some of the A's are pronounced in British. The British accent. Like, how does a Brit, obviously if they're born British, they just naturally know, but how can someone learning the accent know whether to say accent or accent? I remember I did my video the other day, I did a fake British accent, and I said masterpiece, but I should have said masterpiece. The masterpiece. The master. The matzah. The masterpiece. Masterpiece. Master. The masterpiece is here. It is simply a masterpiece. So the mic doesn't understand what you're saying that much. Let her watch the movie. Insect. Watch more BBC. Watch the BBC and you'll learn your British. You will learn your British. You shall learn, my friend. You shall learn very quickly. You shall learn. And then, I feel like once you learn the British accent, you have many, many words to learn. You have to learn the underground and something about biscuits. Or something. Would you like to hear about my biscuits? I make wonderful biscuits. Am I being offensive now? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to practice a British accent. That's it. Americans love trying to learn a British accent. I don't know if it's the same for British people. Like, the British people get the same amount of joy out of trying to practice the American English accent as Americans get out of practicing the British accent. Because Americans absolutely love trying to like have a British accent. It is a sign of sophistication in the United States. But I don't know if it's the same thing for British people. Konnichiwa. 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 I feel like that could be a great rap song if you just started Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Let's get a highlight here. What are we coming to? Let's go. Let's work on his face, because if I don't work on a face, we're going to reach a point where we have so much done, but the face is just going to look a bit off. Oh, you know what we should do? We should also use these arms here. Should build on these arms. Ooh, excuse me, that was a burp, huh? Jeez. Hope nobody recorded that. Nobody recorded that burp. Oh, I often forget I'm on camera. You know, one thing, I'm pretty sure I've never farted on camera. Watashi wa o mizu paints. Watashi wa. Watashi wa. Konnichiwa. Watashi wa konnichiwa. Japan is Japanese. I just said Japan, but Japanese as a language is like the perfect language to make rap songs because like there's so many rhyming words. Wa ka ta, you know that like everything ends in a vowel, so you could kind of like, and everything's syllabic, from my understanding. So like you can totally DMX like every syllable of a Japanese word. You could DMX. You totally DMX the heck out of Japanese words and make them sound incredibly hard. You know, you could be talking about walking in the park and make it like a heavy rap song. You could say my name is. You know, our rap song of My Name Is came from Eminem, right? My name is what? My name right, but like but if you make it Japanese, suddenly it's like Watashi wa, I call myself. Watashi wa. Don't listen to me. I'm just speaking out of my rear. Watashi, watashi na, watashi wa, watashi washi wa. Uh-oh. I'm seeing some issues. This needs to be above that, so I see what's going on here. And where's her arm end? Watashi wa, watashi washi wa. Watashi wa, watashi dashi wa. Should have sketched out the hand. Should have sketched out the hand earlier. Kona. You're the best. We love you. Wow. Thank you. Fan love. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate all of you for sharing. Who needs love right now? You don't need to give me love. Give somebody else. Give somebody else love. Somebody out there that needs love more than me right now. Find that person and give it to them. That is my ask. That is my benevolent ask. Maybe it's your cat. Maybe it's your neighbor. Even if you don't like your neighbor, which I totally can understand. I've definitely had horror stories with neighbors. Let's go like this. We're gonna highlight some of these fingers right here. Let's go like this. And then we're gonna go right into here. And we're gonna come like this right here. All right, we're gonna get some darker outlines right now. Hey, is Kate going to post something? Is that what she said? Let's all go watch Kate's video and make her viral. Let's make Kate, when you post it, let us know so we can all go invade Kate's channel and watch her video. Let me know. Let us know. Let us know when your video has been posted, all right? Kate, you promise? Promise you're going to do that? Otherwise, we can't know, right? If you don't tell people, we can't know. We cannot know unless it is spoken. This is a lot to paint, by the way. Is there anything that looks disproportionate yet? Gotta go watch Kate's vid. Is it uploaded? Did she say it's... Oh, she did? Okay, let's all watch Kate's video. Everybody, click Kate's name, tap her name, click visit channel, and go watch her video. You can feel free to leave this channel. I'm not upset. I would not be upset if anybody left this channel to go watch Kate's video. Please go watch Kate's video. Do it. Do it. Do it to it. Go watch Kate's video. Oh wait, I'm not even doing that. I'm not even doing that. We're gonna do it right now. If you've already watched Kate's video, we're gonna watch it again. I'm not even doing exactly what I suggested for people. What's wrong with me? Let's all go see Kate's video. I'm gonna watch it from my other phone. Let's go to our YouTube. Let's go to the tube. We're gonna go visit Kate's profile. Go to channel. All right, what is Kate posted? Today is the 20. What's today's date? The 23rd. So I only see a video from the 22nd on Kate's channel. November 23rd. Oh, she's singing Sam Smith. All right, good job, Kate. So, good job. She is. I can't play Sam Smith's song because it's Sam Smith and I'll get copyrighted. But you can on your video because your video. You can because your video has the reel, but I can't because my video does not have the reel. So there we go. All right, let's all just celebrate Kate's channel. Here we go. Celebrate Kate. Good job, Kate. Keep it up. Keep up the awesome work. Deku, you just gotta tap. Can someone explain to Deku how to do it, please? I can't. I would show him, but I mean, you just you tap the name and then you just click. And then you just click view channel. That's it. I don't know. I can't just show it right now because I'm in the middle of the process of doing this painting here. What is this? This does not need to be here. Is this? Isn't that? I really should be using a bigger brush. I keep saying that, and I'm not doing what I say. I'm supposed to not doing what I say I should do. You know what? Let's just use the bigger brush here. This brush, as much as I just love this brush. That's why. I love this brush. It's a very fun brush. But it's not doing the job for me anymore. Let's get a nice soft brush. We're going to use this. You know what? We should use a flat. Let's try to find a good flat brush. This is ivory. We're gonna go with a bright sable, short, flat, bright sable. I think this will help us cover more space. That's the idea. Is I hope it'll help us cover more space here. Honestly, I don't think it's doing the job that I needed to do. You know what? This brush is not the right brush either. It's this I think this brush, this is a short flat, which I think is really designed for, you know, very very specific brush work, more detailed because you have more control over the brush rather than what I'm doing now. Gotta use the right brush for the right activities. So we're gonna clean this brush off. It's not doing the thing. All right, you know what? Alexa, what time is it? You know, I might wrap this up in a few minutes because I'm getting hungry again, which means I should eat, or else I can't paint effectively. I'm also reaching a point where like my head is starting to reach a point where I'm like, oh, okay, I've done a lot. We should start. too much. That's okay though. Let's go white. Go white all around the outside here. Take a nice big chunk of white. Just constantly dripping. Always dripping the white. I'm going to lighten this up. Give this some nice highlight here. Let's grab some more of this white. We shall take it down. Take it down, right? Oh wait, what's up here? Oh, we're gonna bring this down right here. Oh no, don't get in there, don't get in there, don't drip. No drippage. I'm not gonna get too clean with the buildings here. I want the buildings to have a more natural feel. Good job, people. Look at all the friends everybody's making. Look at all the internet friends, connections. And hopefully everyone here becomes a very successful artist or successful at something else or anything, whatever you want to do. Doesn't have to be art. All right. Kate did post it. Let's see. What do we need to work on right now? This ground floor here. Let's go to this ground floor. I'm gonna dull it down. Give it a dull gray. Imagine painting before TV or any sort of entertainment was invented, except for brothels, right? Like, you know, I guess artists back in the day, they would just go hang out at the local bar every night and like, or the brothel. That must have been pretty cool. You know, you can't do that anymore. You can't just be an artist and just go hang out at brothels. That must have been pretty amazing back in the day to do that. Right? Am I am I being inappropriate here? Like if you're a single male artist and like, you know, brothels are like the cool thing to do and it's like totally normal to just go chill at a brothel. Wouldn't you do that? If you're like a single young male artist? I would do it. Very cliche to do so. Very cliche. Is it cliche though? Is it? It's only cliche if it's like repeated over and over. But you know, I don't think it's repeated today. No one does that anymore. It is not the norm today. Can everybody see what I'm doing down here? No, you can't. Nobody can see what I'm doing at the bottom of this. You can only see what I'm doing at the top. Those were the good days. The days where men and women could just hang out in places where you could just exchange yourself for money legally. I guess it was probably legal back then, right? You could also get syphilis and lose your mind. The good old days. The good old days of French brothels of the 1800s. The good old French brothels of the 1800s. Where would artists be without brothels? We live in a boring art society right now. Like if I was to go into like a modern brothel or like a strip club and just start sketching, people would think I'm weird, right? Like I would probably get kicked out. I haven't tried it. I would probably, you know what? I think the results might actually be better than I'm thinking, but as long as you're not like creepy and as long as you get like one or two lap dances, I'm sure, right? As long as you get like a lap dance or two and you I would totally stream that if they let me, but I'm not going to. Let's see, we're gonna come down here, and this is gonna go like right here. Is anybody here too young to be hearing this? I always forget about the age of my viewers. Please do not share your age. Keep it private. This is not a... I'm not Bob Ross. I'm very far from Bob Ross. Very, very far from Bob Ross. Excuse me. You know what? I'm just gonna fill this whole space with this color here, and not stress too much about that starting to appear. You know what? We can actually add some highlights into this. All right, I would love to keep this going, but I think I'm due for a break right now because if I keep going, I'm gonna start doing things I regret. We don't want regret, right? You don't want to regret your paintings. You don't want to regret the things that you do. Just gonna, it's one of those things. I start making moves and I start painting too freely and rowdy and crazy, and just gets out of control, just gets out of hand. But let me finish this tree. Actually, this would be a good time to finish the tree. We're going to take this tree and we're going to paint this tree down. Take this. Sometimes I think that some artists are only so private. I think some artists are really only private about their technique is because they don't want people to see the ugly phase, right? Like if you paint like you're like the greatest artist in the world, the greatest techno artist. And I guess the greatest techno artist would have a way better painting than this by now. But let's just say, for example, you're an artist and then you go through, you have like this ugly phase. Wouldn't that like ruin the mystery? If like you spend years and years working on a painting and the only reason is because you're constantly fixing and updating, that would ruin the mystery, right? Ruin the mystery of the great artist who, in as fast as you can make a reel, they can make a painting. You ruin the mystery that it's not true. Oh, let's go. You know what? I want to add a little bit of shadow. Let's make a nice consistent shadow for this little section right here. You know what? Let's get something a little brighter. I'm gonna wrap up soon, so if I'm not communicating, it's because I'm in some crucial phases right now. Let's see. We're gonna go a little bit darker in this little reflection right here. What is this? A little reflection coming around the arm. You know what? Let's see if I can. I do want to work on a face. I said I was almost done, but I do want to establish the face because the face is always the most important thing of any painting. Just showing my body like this on the internet, does she even know? You should ask her, Dave. You should. Are you gonna snitch on me? I didn't even know I was showing my body. What's What's even showing? I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on. Audition for a Levi's commercial. And I had to show my butt. So we'll see. Let's see if we make it, if my butt makes it onto a Levi's commercial. No one would recognize it though. Okay, I want to work on his face, so let's grab a smaller brush. And grab a nice small brush. Nice small brushy brush. Let's go with this one. This could be a good brush. Yeah, that should be a good brush. And let's go zoom in on this.
Hey, we go to bed soon.
Okay. We need to get a better brush. This brush too delicate for what I'm working on. Too delicate of a brush. Need to get this back to this brush. All right, you know what? We're gonna take a break from this. We're gonna take a break, and we're gonna take a break. Take a break here for a whole day. We're gonna come back to this tomorrow. We're not gonna come back to this tonight. And that's that. That is the end, final word. We're not gonna come back tonight. So wrapping up our stuff. And with everybody, thank you for being a part of this live stream. Thank you for being a part of each other's lives, not just my life, not just my live, but each other's lives. Because if it wasn't for being here, none of us would have any clue who each other is. But now we know. Kate has a lip syncing channel. Omizu is another artist. Dave is the perfect I don't know what he is. He's perfect in some way. Dave is perfect in some way. I have not nailed it down. He might be perfectly imperfect. I don't know. What else? Deku. Thanks for being the new person. It's always good to see some fresh, different names. Thanks for sticking around long enough to have the words that you wanted to hear heard and said or spoken or whatever. And that's that. Everything's closed. My paintings are closed. This is like my first time attempting a grisaille. But we're going to keep it going and build it up. And eventually we'll be done. But everybody, good night till next time. Good night. Yes. Celebrate till next time, people. Sayonara.